All right. Special good night. Sitaram Namaste. Salam Alaikum to each and every one of you. So I'm live from New York City alongside my brother, Sitaram Ro. How you doing, brother?
Hey.
Good to be in the R.A.W studio.
Yes.
And, our other co-host there just recently had jerk chicken and peas and rice with Auntie Kamla down in Washington, and Uncle Joe was giving him his input on the vaccination process in Guyana. So with our Prime Minister to be, R.A.W is down in Virginia. Salam alaikum, my brother. How you doing?
Walaikum salam. Walaikum salam. Sitaram. Good night to everyone. I was gonna be. I should have been there, but just you guys know how it goes with visits. But I'm here. Pretty much, I'm close. I'm just 5 hours away from New York, probably. By drive-in, that is. About 135, about 140 miles, maybe 35, somewhere about that. But I'm around.
Alan, you remember Alice in Wonderland?
Yes, he
followed the rabbit.
He fell down the rabbit hole. No, Ro, one of the things since we started this program, we're in our third week and stuff like that, we never mentioned the intro that you played, so people don't realize why we chose that intro.
That is true. Is true. Roger Rabbit.
Yeah. So just to let everybody know, the reason why we chose that intro, as some people might know and some might not know, the drummer for Dylan and Dan had recently passed, and he was very close to all of us. There's every one of us that's part of this team right now. He's made a humongous impact on our lives. So the drumming that you hear in the background of that is actually Wills doing that drumming. So when Roger, who is a brother to Wills, had put that production together, and it just, God's timing is God timing. As soon as he put that, then we started our show, and perfect intro for us, to pay respect each and every time.
So, and we figure, what's the best way to, keep, we always remember, our brothers in music, and this is our way of keeping him alive. So yes, WR.
So what's happening, guys? One flying from Florida, one flying from Guyana.
DR.
Wait.
Oh yeah.
One flying from Florida, one flying from Guyana, and one flying from Punta Cana, just to make sure that we get in a balanced environment tonight. How was Punta Cana, Dorosh?
Well, I gotta say the trip to Punta Cana is wonderful. Was wonderful. It's amazing that when you until you go somewhere new and you see the new folks, and you meet so many people, and it was like, hey, I saw your show, and we've been following you guys, and it was like, wow, and you see the reach.
But also to embrace the culture, you guys did a curry duck competition in Punta Cana. So what was the reception like for that?
Well, Alan, imagine the face. Look at Riaz. When I say, we were told that the live weight of the duck was 4 pounds.
4 pounds. That's like
look
not
at
even a duck.
the reaction of Riaz's face. Right?
That's not even a duck. You sure that's not a chicken that it was giving you guys? Right? Ray, you alone eat a 4 pound duck.
That's not like
No, he can't eat a 4 pound. That can't be the teeth.
I was trying to get some duck from the reflective pond.
But
I didn't. I wasn't successful. I allowed the ducks. No harm was done to the ducks.
Yeah, but I think it was about 10 teams, so they had to get 10 teams 30-something ducks.
Wow.
But I gotta tell you though, it was a great competition. Randy Reckless was there, and those boys represent with Tassa in Punta Cana.
Yeah, Shivan.
Their presentation, Randy was like, listen, I don't want to perform until my Tassa presentation finish. So the boy wanted to make sure everything was 100%. So they did a Tassa presentation. Josh from Underground was there. His presentation was he built a sandbank with a little house, decorate the house with ducks and everything. I mean, he went all the way out. Wow. But look, I didn't know. I did not know who the winner was until it was presentation time. And the team that win, the name of the team was Guyana Babu. And I didn't even know their name was Guyana Babu because I didn't, like, there was no poster up on every team saying this team name this or that. It's just that I knew Underground, so I knew who was there. I know Reckless because who was there, right? And finally, when I heard the result and I heard Guyana Babu win, I'm like, Terry's not in the competition. But yeah, they named the it was a group.
Babu,
I don't
that was
listen.
great.
I don't want to say old ladies because me know anybody said they were old.
Oh,
Young
Lord.
ladies, but their name was Guyana Babu, their team, and
I did
they
I
win.
did a
So
wedding. I did a birthday actually. A birthday Sunday night before getting into New York Sunday night in West Coast Breweries at Bushlot. And they had some, I'm not gonna get, as you bring this piece about old ladies, they had some young ladies, high in age, was doing speeches at that birthday. Big ups to those aunties.
yes, so indeed. But it was all in all, a nice show, nice event, and look, there's always room for improvements. But nevertheless, it was the first time a curry duck curry was done in Punta Cana.
Gotta commend you guys on that. Yeah.
Travis Man put together the entire thing,
Well, big ups to
and
Mr.
we're just
Nohara
glad
and
to be
the
part
guys
of it.
there.
Yeah,
Well,
Yeah,
definitely
no,
next
that's
one,
great.
myself, Ray, is going to be there, right, Ray?
Yeah,
I really
we
hope
did.
so. I mean, we are planning another one.
Good.
Nice,
Awesome.
nice. Since we all talking about experience, I shared my road shares. How was your JetBlue flight to New York, Alan?
The what?
Alan,
I'm sorry?
your JetBlue
How
flight.
was
Oh,
your
I love
JetBlue
my
flight?
JetBlue flight, man. It was phenomenal.
How
The
was your
weather was
JetBlue
great. It was perfect. The scenery was gorgeous. I love flying. Well, as you know, I
And then
have
you
a
and then you fly and then you fly in the morning as well, right?
yeah 6 a.m. So I have flight benefits. So the problem with that is you gotta
Yeah.
fly standby. But thank God school's in session now, so availability is a lot better. But I'm glad that I was able to do that because this weekend is a packed weekend. We got Raymond in Connecticut on
Before-
Friday.
Yeah.
We got meeting my brother Reyes on Saturday for Chutney Wine. And then on Sunday, I'm one of the MCs for Bungie Gallon, Raymond, and Little Thunder and Natty in Connecticut. So, which is going to be a magnificent event too. So that's this, and we have today with Raw. So look at that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and wait, Riaz, are you gonna be on the Friday event here?
No, I'm not. I was invited actually to pass through by
The Jersey
BB,
one.
right.
BB, where
Mhm.
Terry will be at and so forth. That's in Nautical Miles.
You're right.
Correct.
So
Mhm.
I will pass. as a guest. So I know.
All right, so
where
we're
I
gonna
guess
link
we're all
up
gonna
and
be
probably
together.
we could probably head there together or something. So
Yeah,
I'll
we're
be
all
there.
gonna head there together. That sounds good. We're
All
all
right,
gonna head
so
there together.
and what we're talking about, folks, is BB, between GT Kingston owner, she's been doing phenomenal in the community and
Kudos
doing
to her.
quite a lot of
Kudos
work.
to her.
But she just launched her not first, but
Third.
new.
Third,
This is
yeah.
her third.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is her new restaurant in Nautical Mile here in Long Island. And it's amongst the elite restaurants out there, and it's glad to see
I gotta
one of
big up-
our own
I
there.
gotta big up. I gotta big up BB. BB said, "Hey," she sent me a message on Facebook. I think it was the same Monday after I posted a picture. I gotta have to pass at Liberty before I go to Virginia. I had to go to Liberty. Yeah. So BB sent me a message. Hey, I'm gonna invite you. Come. I was like, all right, don't worry. I wouldn't miss it. I'll definitely pop by. Then she sent me the flyer. So I saw the lineup and stuff. So I was like, yeah, I'll definitely pop
Well,
by.
One of the things I got to commend BB about, because as you guys know, our brother DJ Frontline had passed. It's going to be almost a year very soon,
Yes.
actually next month.
Yes,
next
it will
month.
be the 20th of next
And
month.
she had did her curry duck competition with Frontline, where I forgot what he put in the duck, and everybody's like,
Star
tomatoes.
Spice.
Huh?
Star Spice.
Oh yeah, and everyone's like, "What is this?" So so Larger BB that's been doing a lot of different events in the community, and it's good to see that she's been throughout the pandemic. She's still progressing and excelling, man. And I know she's saying something about a 24-hour spot grocery or something like that too. So she's had a fourth thing in the works.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
Mhm.
So,
Great.
yes.
Great.
All right,
So-
and with that being said, we
Yeah.
want to say welcome to each and every one of you who are joining us here on Raw. And, of course, once you hear the voice of W.R. Riaz, it's almost synonymous with Cherish.
What is happening with Cherish? I have
Cherish
no
has
actual
joined.
clue.
So, by the
Cherish
way,
is now coming.
Riaz,
No,
did you
so
tell
I'll tell you
Cherish
what,
she
I'll
will be
tell
in the
you
next
what.
Raw?
I'll tell you what. I am not okay. So let me see, guys. Let me tell me from this because what happened. I am using one device. Okay, so am I still on the screen? Let me see. Because
No,
I have
you're.
not opened.
We lost your
We just
video,
lost him.
and and that is
Yeah.
purposely.
No. I know what I just did. Okay, go back. Okay, so I'm not following. I thought I could have followed Facebook whilst I use my phone. So
No,
I
no,
can't.
you can't.
Yeah. So I'm not seeing the comments. So good night to everyone who's logged in on Facebook. I hope you guys are doing good. Thanks for all your comments on the pictures and so forth, man. I'm definitely having a good time across in the US. So it's great.
And just a little segue about
sorry about-
Cherish. I don't mean to cut you,
Yeah.
Ray, but actually next week she's dropping her brand new song. It releases next Friday on the 27th.
Yeah.
So big ups to
So
Cherish.
she'll be next on Raw, right?
Yeah. Well, the song doesn't release before we have Raw, but this I told you, you're actually gonna have them on Friday, Saturday on R.A.W Tunes. But an epic production is gonna be done. Brian Mohan with his tribute to Cinder Popo. The video is ridiculous. I'm part of the management crew with that, so I've seen the video. And next week we're gonna be talking about it because wait till you guys see this thing.
That's
Wait
right.
till you guys see
So-
this thing.
We're looking
Nice,
forward to
nice.
that.
All right.
let's
Riaz,
segue into-
it's that time. It's that time now. We're about 15 minutes in, and please put your barbecue
I
down.
just put my barbecue down. Okay, from Auntie Kamla. Well, I
Oh.
just actually got a device. So big ups to Rhythm by in Canada, to Lucy. and
Look,
Sunil
Shivan
and
is on the second place, man.
and Anita and Maria and Gita. Everyone who locked in. Yeah. Good night, guys. Good night. Good night. Good night. I hope you guys are good. Yep. You're live.
All right, so Alan, we don't want to be biased here, but you want to. Well, absolutely, there's no bias, because this young lady that we have on the list here today have certainly make some waves. So
Yeah, she's
you want to go ahead with that song?
Well, you can go ahead because the young man is in Schenectady.
Oh,
and
yes.
and she's out of Canada, so they did their feature collab. Probably we're looking at maybe 3 weeks now, almost 4
Yes.
weeks now, I believe, is when they dropped it. A lot of movements on the video production, so which is good. But why don't we go ahead and play the song? Go ahead and
All right,
introduce
so
it, bro.
let's bring this song up for you guys to take a listen.
तेरे बिन नहीं लगदा दिल मेरा ढोलना कि तेरे बिन नहीं लगदा ढोलना सब छड़ जावे तू ना मैनू छोड़ना कि तेरे बिन नहीं लगदा दिल मेरा ढोलना Toss it back. Super Kid Studios.
ओरे पिया मैं तो तेरे ਲਈ सोरा तो जगो जिते जावे तू
Hey, Alan, I gotta bring this back when Tausif come in. It's a whole different energy when this kid starts singing.
Super Kid Studios.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. And actually, one of the good things is with this young man, he actually performed when we was in Schenectady with Raymond and them when they were in Tropics. And what you hear is actually how the kid sounds.
Yes.
So, which is really, really good on his vocal ability. Really good, really
Yeah,
good.
I've listened to it as well. I don't know the guy as it is. I have seen him comment on a few of my pictures. I think it is. Um, I gotta compliment him. I'll meet him over the weekend actually for chutney wine. I gotta compliment him. I think, when youngsters, and this is what this program will do, is that we will recognize your talent, and if ever we, I wouldn't say the word bash. If ever we be critical, we are only doing it for the betterment of the industry. And at the end, we will tell you something good or how to better yourself. Now, this guy was on point. I like his different style of what they did on the track. Um, they tried to give it a little bit different flair. The musicians tried to add, and this is my opinion again, a little Caribbean tweak into it. They kind of put a little. Is it a little bit more tabla into the track altogether? But that's my opinion. But I gotta make the guy up. He credits.
Yeah.
And the young lady, I always mess up her name. How do you pronounce
Tiny,
her name?
Tiny,
But
yeah.
the first
So her
name.
name is Yankee Tiny Beatty.
Actually, she came
Yankee
in.
Beatty.
She came in third place for the Chutney Fest. Mike, if you could please correct me on that, but she was in the third place in Chutney Fest, which had a competition of 12 artists.
Correct.
And her vocals is really, really good. I mean, she actually beat out some very talented other people on there, but her vocals was good. But the young man, to me, is who stands out more in this song. Tassif, I believe is how you pronounce the name?
Yeah,
Is that-
Tausif, yes, Tausif Baksh.
Right. So
Yeah.
he
Back.
really
Yeah.
stands out to me because, as we know, one of the things that we always say to everyone is the fact that a lot of the younger people in them don't elevate when it comes out to their first track and things like that
Correct.
and their recordings. And for this young man, his future very, very bright, very, very in regards to what else can be in the works for him.
Well, look, I may have a different opinion on like Yankee, right?
Mhm.
I mean, she knows I love her. She, from the day I heard her voice, it's been phenomenal.
I think
She's
she's from
been setting
India,
a
right?
great. She's from Tibet.
Tibet. Wow.
She's from Tibet.
Mhm.
I've loved all her production that she's been doing. She have a phenomenal voice. Recently she did a song called Johnny Water.
Yes, the remake.
Look, a lot of people may say they like the song. Personally, in my opinion, it was not her best. And I think she did it because she wanted to get into the chutney scene and things like that. But that's a one-off, right? That's a one-off. She has every single song she hit the note on it.
And
She don't speak Hindi.
and that's the other thing too, because the Johnny Walker song to me vocally wasn't all that there, right? So
Correct.
I didn't know what to expect of her because I never heard her before. I know Fess, brother DJ Fess had her on, and he told me about her and the other guy, Yak, I think his name is.
Yes,
Right.
Yaks.
Yeah, who is
Correct.
another great vocalist as well.
Yeah.
But the Johnny Walker song, it didn't really hit with me. But with her on this track that she did with Tassif, and my boy Mike is a large, because it's locally produced. Super Kid, which I think he's in Florida, because Super Kid is actually doing a few different productions right now that's been coming out. He's working with some artists and things. So large up Super Kid. His name is Satish, and I believe, Mike, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe Super Kid is from Florida, if I remember that
Yeah,
correct.
he is from Florida.
Right, yeah.
And he's the guy that win the
Oh, yeah, you
Terry
guys-
Gadra's
You're right.
DJ
The remix
competition
thing, right?
twice.
Correct. I remember that.
Twice
That's
he
it.
win the remix competition. So
All right. Big ups,
But
big
for them
ups.
to elevate from being a DJ to doing production is really good, because a couple of his productions that I heard, he's doing very well. So large up to the young man Satish, and I know some people is like knocking on his door to work with him. So that's a good sign.
yeah, and look, this is a perfect example of Yankee Tiny Beatty. She speaks Tibetan. Her second language is English.
And not
she
that
don't
great.
speak English that great.
Yeah.
Right? She's
She don't
a
speak
work
French,
in
she don't speak
progress.
Hindi.
But as a singer, she elevated herself so beautifully.
Mhm. Definitely,
Oh,
definitely,
that's
definitely.
great. Well, we give credits to Yankee Beatty on that one, and that's what we do at Raw. We be straight with you. That's exactly what we were doing here tonight. We tell you the credits, and we tell you when you slip up every now and then, all for the betterment as it is. Big ups to my dad; he's locked in with us,
Large up.
and little little Kaylee in Guyana. Hope you guys are doing good.
Assalamu alaikum to Uncle. So they made a swap. As soon as Uncle reached back, Reyes was allowed to come up. I guess it's
It was a
alignment
plan.
thing. It's
No,
alignment
it was a
thing.
plan. They're sharing the same
We-
visa.
Yeah. So I got and Reyes will know this young lady that's an up and coming artist. I had her on last night, which was pretty cool. Miss Elsa Lisa is locked in, and she's
Yeah, well,
sending her regards.
I'll tell you what. Big ups to Elsa. I don't know her. I don't. I've heard of good, and I mean she's right in Guyana, but you know this is where everyone is going to be vexed when I like dog this what I'm about to say.
All right.
This is not knocking at Elsa. This is not knocking at Elsa. This is a general statement. Now, if you're an artist, don't make the song and keep it in your bedroom, and then go out somewhere and said, well, them don't play we song. If you're new, I've called this. Look, last week I got a few guys who had sent me their tracks. I told them that okay, I'll be out, or I'll get it into rotation. They asked us some releases. I said no, I can't give you any releases. I'll be out for a little bit, but I'll get your tracks. Selector Andy has worked it into the set, which is going to play on Abbey Tunes. It's going to come on RGI, the Kaicho Radio link as well. But I'm telling you, if you're a young artist, do not make a song and you and your producer keep it in your studio, in your laptop, in your phone, and send it to your 10 friends. And do not reach out to entertainers. You don't understand entertainers, DJs, announcers, radio personalities, people that could be able to give you that forward, so that you could get recognition in the future. And I like to be raw as it is, and some persons may be upset by me saying that, but I stand by that. I stand by that for being in the industry more than 2 decades, see it, hear it, and know exactly what I'm talking about.
And that's something, again, I just actually experiencing that again last night, right? I had a person that said, while I was on, oh, Alan, I did a new track. Can you release it? No problem. Send me the track. And I have a thing that I copy and paste, right? Send me the artwork, the MP3, email it.
Correct.
And what does she do? She emails me the WhatsApp audio, right? And I'm like, this is not what I asked you for. And then again, then what she ended up doing, the producer, the email from the producer, she forwarded that to me, which you can do, but you need that. And we say this all the time. Professionalism is key in regards to any of one of us, because if you don't respect yourself to be professional, how are we as professionals going to accept you? You know? And
you know,
and this is not
Before-
at anyone specific. This is actually
Yeah,
thing.
this is not anyone specific. Before we go on, big up to my friend who got the shiniest head that went to
I was just gonna say that, Riaz. And listen, Riaz, I was gonna bring that up because everyone knows our relationship with A9 and Enhanced Raj. It's not hidden. It is not. It's
love.
it's
a bond
great
of
love, right? But
Yep.
Riaz, you can disagree with me. You can tell me I'm wrong. Whatever. This is how we are. This is raw, right? And A9, I love you, my brother, and he knows, and this goes exactly with what Alan what you just said, and what Alan just reinforced as well. Artists and promoters and promotions, right? I've said this to Anand Hansraj so many times. He is not a good promoter of himself at all.
No.
That boy don't know to promote himself, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I gotta tell you, his voice. When you give Anand, it's like Rakesh Yankaran, right? You give Rakesh Yankaran the mic, and Rakesh open his mouth and start sing. If it's a Bollywood song, it automatically become chutney. There's no if and ands about it. They have a personality, they have a voice that makes the music become, transform music. And that's what Anand Hansraj is. He got a phenomenal voice.
Yeah.
This boy performed in Punta Cana over the weekend, Riaz. You'd be proud. You'd be proud, I gotta tell
I'll
you
be proud.
that. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I gotta say,
But
big ups A9, big ups A9.
let me
I
put
hope it
A9
feels
on the
you
spot for a
and
second, right?
Yeah.
get some hair
Because
on your head sometime.
I saw A9 here for the Chutney World show that was in Amazura, and I haven't seen A9 in a while. He's like, and Ro, you know that we're
Yeah.
brothers. So
Yes.
A9 comes up to me, and A9's like, "Yo, Al, I hear you have a problem here." I'm like, "I have a problem with you." He goes, "Well, you don't contact me, and then in regards to music and stuff." I said, "Bro, I don't hear from you. What are you talking about? We're brothers. If I had a problem with you, I would tell you directly. You understand?
Yes.
But if you don't keep in contact, and I know A9 is busy touring with you guys prior to COVID. Where Terry's at, A9 is there.
He's not as busy as he used to be.
Well,
Well, don't let that by fool you.
Well, I know with Sham and stuff, Sham keeps him busy, but
Way busy
but
working.
A9 hasn't put out content in a while.
Yes.
He's stepped back in regards to that. So
A9 sleeping, A9 sleeping, A9 sleeping.
yeah, just like how we speak about Randy that we keep talking about. If you don't, I'm gonna go back and tell another thing. There's an event that I'm working on for Miami Carnival. I want to try and get the boy on, but the promoters and them who's new to Chutney because they're doing an actual Chutney event, right, for Miami Carnival dedicated to Chutney, and I can't put Randy on the event because they don't have any content from the man.
Correct.
So this is what artists and them have to do it, and we've had this conversation. This show happened because of Randy
Yes.
talking about we want content, and we're 2 months later, and we still haven't had a song yet.
And by the way, we're gonna hold him to that deadline.
The 4 songs
It's-
for the year.
Yeah, 4 songs for the year, right, Riaz?
4
So
songs.
we're
Yeah,
gonna
that's
we're gonna
something.
hold him to that.
So I see Ray. There's Richard D, right hand, left hand,
Yeah, right.
back hand. I don't know. So Ray, remind Randy about the 4-way conversation with myself, Roche, and Alan that he's gonna give us 4 songs before the end of the year. So, and I can't find Randy, by the way.
I
Publicly,
can't either. I've been
cannot
calling
find-
Randy for like 4 days now.
If anyone
Cherish
know
Gordon got
Randy,
engaged.
listen.
Randy went Punta Cana. We can't find him. I don't know what's going on with these people.
If anyone knows Randy Reckless Ramdeen, tell him W.R. Riaz and Alan Gopi. Rosh, you see him, you know him then. But okay.
Yeah.
Tell him anyone knows where is Randy Reckless Ramdeen, tell Rosh, tell him W.R. Riaz and Alan Gopi's look.
Yeah,
And y'all don't go and tell Randy owe we money because you know we money.
No, he don't know
But we
about no
just
money.
can't find it.
Right.
We just can't find it.
We just want to know what's going on with
Well,
his music.
Riaz,
Where's his
just so
song?
you know, we were in Punta Cana. We were in the
Uh-huh.
same resort. We were in the same event, and
you
I
didn't see
only
Randy?
saw Randy twice for maybe 5 minutes.
Well, I got a comment from my boy Mike. He said Mike said I think artists need to find the people that can help them do their marketing and promotion too. Chutney artists should do what they do best, sing. The challenge is that we hope that they can be a promoter, they can market. If they can't do it, work with someone who can. Like for instance, Terry has Roshan. You understand? There's 5 or 6 people that I'm doing that for right now because, as you guys know, like I told you about Brian Mohan, Cherish. I got Nigel Gobin that has a song that's coming out. I handle that aspect of coordinating the interviews and all these kind of things like that. Let them focus on music. Focus
Correct.
on music. Focus on pushing your social media. You understand? Find Ray as somebody that could buy ice cream for him in the middle of the night. Do those kind of things. But
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that goes into it. Are you going to be able to respond to every single messages that people send? Are you going to be able to send your links to every single DJ? Or as an artist, are you going to be able to keep that list updated to make sure who gets it and all? There's so we can't even begin to go through all the elements that it takes.
This is why I'm very upset, and I say this with the greatest respect, but the greatest amount of passion. And I want to say passion mean anger in this case. When the thing that really aches me is that the same young artist goes around and say, well, they don't play